Hey everyone, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Ark Invest is an investment firm which specialises in disruptive and innovative technology. Their founder, Cathie Wood, is widely regarded as one of the original Tesla bulls, as she predicted Tesla's monstrous bull run. So in this video, I'm going to dive into Ark Invest's brand new ETF, and that's Ark Invest Space ETF, which focuses on space exploration. And we're going to dive into the top 10 stocks in this ETF, and this is part of a whole series which I've done on Ark Invest ETFs, as they were the best performing ETFs in 2020, returning over 100% returns. So in this video, I'm going to deep dive into this ETF and also give you my personal thoughts on the potential performance of this ETF moving forward. But before we dive right in, if you're new around here, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it an early thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. And if you do want to access in real time exactly which stocks I'm personally buying, selling, and access my entire portfolio and join a thriving community of some of the finest investors on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. With that being said, let's dive in. So this space ETF has been widely anticipated over the past year, and they actually did plenty of videos about it, actually predicting that this was actually going to happen and this space ETF was actually going to be created. However, it first must be stated the market has changed so much since 2020. We had record low interest rates in 2020, and this meant we saw many growth stocks heading towards the moon. However, around February 2020 time, we saw interest rates starting to rise, and this caused a major correction in growth stocks. So the market is not as hot right now as it was in 2020. So this could be a potential headwind against Ark's new ETF. So we're going to dive into the top holdings and exactly what this ETF aims to do. So why invest into ARKX, which is Ark's Space Exploration and Innovation ETF? Well, firstly, this will give you exposure to innovation. So aims for thematic exposure to space exploration, including orbital and suborbital aerospace, enabling technologies and beneficiaries of aerospace activities, such as agriculture, internet access, global GPS positioning systems, construction and imaging. There's also growth potential, a tool for diversification, grounded in research and cost effective. So if I dive into the expense ratio for this ETF, because all ETFs have an expense ratio, so this is 0.75% of which you must pay to actually invest in this ETF each and every year. So in terms of the technological element breakdowns, we've got orbital aerospace, which makes up 28% of the fund. We've got suborbital aerospace 5%, enabling technology 24.9%, and aerospace beneficiaries 39.7%. So diving into the market capitalizations, it's interesting to see there's a large number, 38% in large cap companies and 31% in mega large cap companies. So to me, that says Ark Invest is playing it a little bit safer than it usually does. So Ark Invest usually invests into quite a few smaller players in order to achieve higher growth, but it seems they're being a little bit more conservative now. Maybe that's due to the changing environment. And there's 73% of the stocks are in North America. So let's dive into the top 10 holdings. Let's not leave you guys hanging any longer. Stock number 10 is Trimble, which makes up 8.6% of this ETF with the ticker symbol TRMB. I've covered this stock previously. So Trimble's an industrial technology solutions company, so quite an interesting company. It's involved in a variety of industries from agriculture, construction, geospatial, transportation, and many, many more. I wouldn't really call it a pure play space exploration company, but Ark Invest is extremely bullish on this company. We hop on over to Stockopedia. This is an investment platform I use to analyze stocks, and we dive into Trimble here. It's got an incredible stock rank of 83, so it's looking pretty good actually. Very stable company, around $3 billion in revenues, which has been growing around 6% per year. It's a profitable company. The current ratio could be a bit higher, so generally with regards to balance sheet, the current ratio is your short-term assets or cash versus your short-term liabilities. Generally, I look for at least 1.5 to 2. This has got a 0.98, so balance sheet could be a little bit better in the short term, but all the numbers are looking good in the right direction. Profitable company, so it's slightly highly valued. For example, the average P ratio of the S&P 500 is around 28, so this has got a 33.9, so it's slightly above market valuation. Now let's dive into the few other stocks here. We've got a 3D printing ETF. Now this is really interesting. So this makes up 6% of the top 10 holdings with the ticker symbol PRNT. So this is an ETF which invests into a variety of different 3D printing stocks. I actually think that's a great ETF if you want some coverage in the 3D printing industry. I've covered this in a previous video. I'll link to that in the description below. Next, we have Kratos Defense and Security, another stock I've previously covered. This makes up 5.7% of the ETF and with the ticker symbol KTOS. Very interesting company. Next, we have L3Harris Technologies. This makes up 4.95% of the company with the ticker LHX. This is another company I've covered before. I personally invested into this company. I alerted everybody in the VIP group, if I dive into here, on the 23rd of February, so over a month ago. Buy alert L3Harris, ticker LHX. So this in the VIP group. Defense contractor similar to Lockheed Martin. They also have a space side of the business. Their equipment was used on the recent Mars landing probe. Value stock, fair value $287 per share, according to a discounted cash flow calculation. Stock is now $188. Legendary value investor Joel Greenblatt of Gotham Investments also invested into this stock at the same price. Risk, major travel lockdown will affect this company's commercial aviation business. So this is a long-term value investing play. And if I check out there's the fair value there according to the discounted cash flow calculation. So when I purchased this stock, it was 34% undervalued and I alerted everybody in the VIP group. So interesting play there. Maybe Kathy Wood watches the channel. I'm not sure. Stock number 6 in the ETF is JD.com, which makes up 4.92% of the ETF with the ticker symbol JD. This is also a company I'm invested into. So JD.com is an e-commerce giant in China. Fantastic company. So stock number 5 and stock number 4, we have Komatsu Limited, which makes up 4.49% of the ETF. Iridium Communications, which makes up 4.47% of the ETF with the ticker symbol IRDM. Stock number 3, we have Lockheed Martin, which I've covered previously on this channel, the defense contractor in the US, ticker symbol LMT. Stock number 2, we have TELUS, which is also a defense contractor. I was actually previously offered a job there in a previous life when I was an electrical design engineer. So that's a defense contractor with the ticker symbol HO. This makes up 3.92% of the ETF. And then finally, we have Boeing, of course, the major airline player, the duopoly, along with Airbus in the airline industry, which has the ticker BA. So it feels like this ETF has pivoted a lot towards value, very similar stock to what I personally have in my own personal portfolio. Let's dive a little bit deeper. I'll take you back into the VIP group here, and I actually did a post about all the other holdings in Ark's space ETF. And what was interesting to see, my prediction was correct. I'm so happy that my prediction was correct because I predicted quite a few stocks which are actually included in the ETF. Of course, Virgin Galactic, I'm not really going to take credit for that. That's obvious. Virgin Galactic is in there, but quite a small holding, 20th in the actual ETF. We've got a few stable companies, Amazon, Alphabet, and we've got Autodesk, which I'm invested into. Fantastic company. Maybe she does watch this channel. So many similar companies. Metawan. But these are the two I want to really speak of. So this is Reinvent Technology Partners, RTP. This is a SPAC company I covered on this channel a very long time ago. And this basically is a flying taxi company. They've done a SPAC merger with Joby Aviation. And Joby Aviation has purchased Uber's flying taxi part of their business. So this is a very interesting company. Still a speculative play as it's a SPAC. It's one I covered on this channel. It's one I personally invested into. And it's one I plan to hold for the very long term despite the volatility. So that's quite funny. And then the next is Atlas Crest Investment Corp, ticker symbol ACIC. And this is Archer, which is another flying taxi company. Now they, I believe, have over $1 billion worth of orders from United Airlines. So that's another company which I did recommend on this channel many months ago. So I'm assuming a lot of these stocks may get a little bit of a boost if people start to obviously invest into this ETF. So that could be great news for previous viewers of Motivation to Invest. So congratulations, you guys. And please do comment your thoughts below. Which is your favorite stock in this ETF? Which surprises you? For example, Netflix is in here. That's quite surprising for a space ETF. I am surprised also not to see SpaceX. I know it's a private company, but some ETFs have managed to invest into SpaceX. I covered that in a previous video. I'll leave that in the description below. 4 ways to invest into SpaceX now. Elon Musk's space exploration company. Really surprised not to see that in there. Maybe in the future, they'll add that into the portfolio. So yeah, if you guys did find some value in this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. And remember guys, if you do want to join that VIP group, the VIP community, get access to exactly which stocks I'm personally buying, selling, and my entire investment portfolio, my 6-figure investment portfolio, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. With that being said, I hope you guys have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.